Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and today we're starting a series on the game God of Olympus. So, let's go ahead and turn down the mustard volume a little bit for a second here. In an effort to stretch for a theme in December, I guess we're going to do games that are slightly around gods. That's probably not a great theme because if you really think about it, almost 70 to 80% of all video games involve a god of some sort, whether it's a Final Fantasy or a completely different world god, or if it's some ancient god that we don't know of. Oddly, it's usually not one of the big three religions gods to avoid controversy, but it's certainly there. The thing here, though, is this is going to be more about typing. So, I'm going to leave it on medium difficulty and hope that it does not end up being a scenario where my typing is picked up more than my voice. And we'll see how well this really works. It's been a long time since I've actually had to 10-key type anything, so we'll see. There is another game, we'll do the live act, called Typing of the Dead, that I suppose I want to play at some point, although it would almost certainly be demonetized on YouTube. I think this one might be good, but you know, just by the title alone it might get flagged. Let's begin. So we'll stick with medium in the combat difficulty. And this, normally I'd go to easy, but if it really is just going to be typing, which is I think what it is, I think I can do this. Are we going to get any voice acting? So we're looking at some ancient Greek god here. This is the Hermes, I believe, delivering a message for the Pantheon. He's got the boots that allow him to fly. Did he trip? This is very odd because this is got a spotlight on the characters when it was looking at them. No dialogue, no voice acting. Act 1, deliver the newspaper to the King of Thebes. Alright. Let's hit enter to do scene 1. Enter current word, press enter. Remove last letter, backspace, shuffle letters, tab, get new letters, space, delete all letters, delete. Enter current timer. Hold enter for 3 seconds. So form 3 to 7 letter words to deal enough damage to the enemy before the time runs out. Okay, I see what this is. This isn't actually as much a typing game as it is a jumble game. It still requires you to type things, but the things you can type are any word, which requires you to have a large vocabulary where a typist can simply read what they're supposed to type or hear what they're supposed to type and type it. Alright. Bonus tiles. Red is +5 damage. U is orange is +5 time. F is 5 gold. And blue is +5 renown. Okay. Now, if the letters are the same, how does it know which one I'm picking? Press any key to start. So we'll see how well I can actually do this. So, torso. Store. And TRE. And toes, and then TOE, and let's see, root. Do we have 2 R's? No. store. Did we type in store? Yeah. Tab to jumble. No, those are the same ones. And then roots. And then roots with an S to cheat there. Set. So I did 96 out of what was needed. So may need to actually see, like, wow. There's wild to do 16 damage. There's wind to do 10 damage. There's Liu. There's Lind. Well, Lind if I spell it right. There's kind. And then, let's see, that's not enough. And I fall immediately. So my strongest word was torso, and that did 20 damage. Total damage dealt 150. Gold earned 5. Extra gold damage, gold renown earned 10. And there's a store element. So if I was to get a damage upgrade to do additional damage, how much would that cost? Apparently it costs more than I can afford because I have 0 of whatever this is. We can buy potions for 500 each. Wow. Or we could buy more weapons for more damage. Wow. Okay. I think I've learned my lesson. Map. And back. Thank you, game, for thoroughly proving to me that this is not what I want to do. Main menu. Options. Super easy. Rehearsal mode. How about that? And typing difficulty, rehearsal mode. How about that? Come back here. And let's try that again. So 60. And bile. And send. And line. And lines. And biles. That doesn't count. And slide. And slid. And Nile. Proper word. Not gonna count it. Let's see. Debs. Bed. And beds. And bin. Bin and bins. And bid. And bids. And lid. And lids. And I think you just have to hold it down because the rehearsal mode now, look at that timer, 220 more seconds to do this. Let's see. And apparently I have like 2 extra lives in the top left. The whole top screen is kind of just pointless. It looks pretty decent for the animation. It's just, it's not really having anything to do with this game. And honestly, I think with the skeletons and the themes, this still probably wouldn't be an educational game that you would allow in many schools. I'm gonna just say that's it and hit enter. And we move on. We can do diet, and we can do date, and we can do tide, and we can do tad, we can do dike, and we can do kite, and maybe even kited. And let's see, can we do anything with the ER? You could do taker, and you can do take, and you can do red and rad and red and dit, I believe is a word. Did we? And see, that's 189, and I don't see a real reason to even go further here. You could sit here and try to shuffle the letters and see if maybe there's something that you missed, and I did, but you might as well just move forward and let's see if there's actually any real game here besides this. And this is the final boss. So you do pot, and then pots, and then stop, and then stopped, and then you can do the pause. I misspelled that. Wow, I was doing deposit. Depot and depots. Can I do all of the letters? Posted. Posted. Invalid word. Let's see. Did we do post? Nope. And it's putting things in alphabetical order, which is nice. So you can do top, and topped, and tops, and Tess. That's a name. You can do pet and pets and speedo. That one doesn't count. Can you do step and steps? Let's see, I'm thinking we're looking, did we do toe and toes? Poet and poets. Step. Did we do steps? let's see. Ped apparently is a word. And I filled the whole thing now. So I wanted to see if I could get maybe one more word and see if it fits in this list or what happens after that. P. Nope. 2-letter words don't seem to count. How about TOSS? Well, it seems like it just keeps squeezing in words. TOSSED. Maybe it slowly eliminates things off the top of it. And I'm sure we did pest. No, we didn't. Pest. Did we do spot? I feel like we're going in circles now. Well, a combo of 7 and we're gonna do like 500 damage and we've got another minute. Let's see. Dope. Dopes. Let's see. Toad. And toads. TOPES. TOPESS. TOSS. TESS. DOES. DOSE. And we've created a third line. We've got about 15 more seconds, so I don't think I'd get to a times 10 combo. Let's see. Sets. I guess it. And it's a very Japanese style sword damage animation for the one swing. So let's see. My strongest word was stopped, STOPED, for 31 damage. Total damage dealt 995, so almost 1,000. So there might be an achievement or something around that. Gold earned 165, extra damage 60, renown earned 165, and extra renown 60. Guess the missing letters before time runs out. Okay, so now we're doing something like hangman, called hanging man, who would have guessed. So the word games are changing, and nothing to the store. We couldn't do any of that. So RSTLNE. The hangman word was tobacco. So I didn't do that right at all. Well, then let's see. Just do enough damage to beat these guys and just move on to the next thing. This really is one of those games where you're only gonna get as much out of it as you want to put in it to it. So as it is, I don't want to sit here and try to practice keyboarding and be better. Ooh, I died. Interesting. So, gold upgrade. We upgrade one of those with our renown. We had 1 renown. And then we really have nothing else we can afford. So let's retry that. Honestly, even on easy, this game feels a little too difficult. So we have 90 seconds to guess. And S. And we have 3 guesses remaining. R. And every guess I do wrong, he messes up. So you're not even going to get it. E. Man, only 5 guesses on the 7-letter word. D. Okay, we have D something. M. And 1 more mistake and we're done. And that's it, we're done. He's died. It was delicate. So slat, I suppose. Lasts. Let's see. K-A-T isn't. Oh, apparently it is a word. So anytime you have an S, you can just add an S to it over and over again. Last. Oh, you did last. Honestly, it just doesn't feel like a nice combination of letters. So, but I guess you can just hit spacebar and get more. So instead of me hitting tab to shuffle, why not just hit spacebar? So that's double. Let's just assume that double damage is good enough. We've got a new kind of enemy, so that's interesting. Male. Let's see, lamed, manned. Let's see, named. Here's one. Will you allow me to type in that word? Yes, you will. Okay. Let's see. Seems like there's no real filter here. 124. And let's see. Damn. Dale. Min. Lad. Laid. Let's move on to another group. Cozy. Nope. Let's just say that's good enough and see if that is good enough. Now that time, because I didn't run it up, I only got a small amount of renown and extra gold. But even when I did run it up, it seems like that didn't matter too much. Let's see. Current adds additional damage. Adds additional hangman guesses. Let's start with that. Renown upgrade. More overall renown. Honestly, that would probably be the better move to have done. This game is certainly designed around to being in front of your keyboard, not really using the mouse, although there are some places where it seems like the mouse is the right purpose. Form a 6 or 7 word to unlock the chest. 7 words grant more gold. Alright, here we go. So let's see. Let's see, Guilts. Let's see. Guilts. Lusting and Luttings were available. So, good to know. So, you probably would make your vocabulary grow quite a bit with this, but only if you really want to put this in your rotation of games. And frankly, I don't see myself wanting to do this as an adult who's not in school or who doesn't need keyboarding practice for anything. Like, and the sad truth is that that even if you are a programmer or sitting in front of a computer these days, you don't really need to know how to type that well. It's really a lost art that only in a very few jobs is it really necessary. Most people can do very well by hunting and pecking and just having a basic vocabulary. Truth is, let's see, keeps. I must be misspelling keeps. Let's see. Sand. Let's see. Sake. And is that enough to win? I think it's supposed to be. So I'm not exactly certain why it wasn't enough before. Nose. Maybe there's some random element in this. Apparently rosin is not a word. Sewn. And you don't even really need to know these words. You can just guess. Like, does that sound like a word? Does that sound like a word? Does that sound like a word? It'll waste your time, certainly. It would be helpful if you knew if these were words or not. But if you're having a lot of trouble, you can certainly, let's see, if there was only another E, I could do recipe. I can do hire, I can do her, I can do share, is not a proper name. I can do res, I can do rip, and rips, and rec, and rex. I think I haven't done hers, and haven't done his, and I see if hick is a word. Yep, a lot of words being allowed here that are somewhat questionable, and let's go ahead and end. The game's a little too bloody too. Like, this almost feels like a game you would let somebody in a school play, but then you see the blood and you're like, oh no, some parents are going to have trouble with that. They're not going to be okay with that at all. Like, the right move should have been to get gold upgrade and renown upgrade, And if the first block requires 1 to upgrade, then the next one requires 2, then the next one would require 4, then the next one would require 8, and the next one would require 16, which is, I think, about 32, if I was to guess. 2 to the power of 5. Or maybe 2 to the power, yeah, that should be about 32 renown needed for each one of these. And since there's 6 of them, you're looking at almost 200 renown. But that's not even a big problem here. The bigger problem is, let's assume these consumables are refilled at the beginning of each game. So you're not constantly having to spend 500 for more of these. Let's just assume that that is the case. And the uses of these are just upgrades. You're looking at so expensive things that the game does not make any sense at all. Where are we on the map? So we are halfway to, interesting, it gets dark. No, we're nowhere. We are at Act 1 Medusa. Let's see Medusa. And then you get to Sphinx, and then apparently there's an alternate path you can take to Delphi from Thebes. Otherwise you go to Athens. And this seems like a side section. So this is probably Act 2. And then right here is probably the end of Act 2. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple splits. Man, that is a lot of levels. A lot of levels to be doing the same thing over and over again. And if this isn't all the same thing over and over again, what is it? Like, why are you not putting your best foot forward, game? Let's just see this. Like, I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface on this game, but also I don't like, I kind of don't care either. Apaches would have opened it. Very few options there. So, like, if I just hit enter here, do I fall and die immediately? Yes. And I like that projector idea. You get 120 gold for even doing that much, 100 of which was the let's see, is it corrode? No. Let's see. It's core. Core. It's almost certainly but I have no idea. Let's just skip and see. It was sarcoid. Interesting. So the thing here is I've barely scratched the surface, but once again I am not getting out of the doldrum of the free games that I was playing in November. This is just yet another game I don't want to really play. I wonder if perhaps I have simply hurt my specific desire to play games, but there were actually games even before then that I would kind of rage quit. And this isn't a real rage quit as much as it is just a boredom quit. This feels way too educational, and yet even as an educational game, even if I was just saying at the high school level, this might be a game that you could play, because yeah, the blood and guts wouldn't really be a problem at the high school level. I don't think that would happen. Like, so I don't know who this game is really for, besides the very small number of people that that like typing, like people who are potentially very, very weird if you like typing. Unlike, say, the typing of the dead, where there is a lot of obscenity and lewdness, if I can say that word, in typing of the dead. There's a spin on it that that gives you a reason to play a silly typing game. Here it's just kind of, the music's good, it's appropriate, it's not amazing, but let's see, sought and tis, and then sun and sun, soot, sit, sits, if I can type things right. And my mistyping here is mostly centering around typing in the letters backwards. Suns. Let's see. I think we're good enough just to hold enter and move forward. It seems like every time you're in the green you win, so that's kind of all you need. And let's see, what did we get in the store this time? We only got one renown again. So either this isn't renown or it's something else. Damage potion, we'll buy that while we can have it. And I'm confused because was that scene 3 or was that Medusa? Did I go to the map and play the same scene twice? I think I did. Apologies for wasting your time. Honestly, that's what this game feels like, though. It's a waste of time. It's actually kind of teaching you Greek history or Greek mythology, not history. Every word must contain the mirror tile. Okay. What does that mean, per se? X. Fine. EXPOST. Space. Let's try this again. Let's see. How about we do Sue? And now we can do bugs. Or we could do burgers. No, we can't. We'll do bugs. And now we can do, let's see. Just keep spacing things around. Let's go ahead and use 1. So we drink that. And then we can type in battle. Yeah, admit that is not a word, is it? How about Brattle. Trying to make it a word. Let's see. Well, we can do later. And we can do table. We could do rabble. Nope. Can we do rebate? Nope. Wow. Not getting a good mix of letters here. Meats. Smelt. 51 damage there. And I guess my extra damage potion only worked for one word. That would make sense. Met. Meat. Let's see. Is teal or teals or Tim. Lear and Lear's and meal. Let's see. Let's just move around to another thing. Pits or puts or spit. But we could do spun. We could do untip. You can do until. And see, I just have a little bit more to do before I win. And lips. And I ran out of time, and I lost on easy and got turned to stone. And that gave me 6 gold. Let's go back to the store and find out. Yes, you do get the potions refilled each time. That's good to know. Unfortunately, there's like nothing here. Yeah. I'm on rehearsal mode, which is, I thought, the easiest of the easiest of games to do. And there's literally no way I would want to play this game. It looks good. It's fine for what it seems like. But this is only for the biggest fans of typing. Honestly, I don't want to say this, but it's practically only for people who are autistically happy about typing. I was very good about keyboarding and typing and word games in general. I'm not a super fan of word games or anything, so maybe there are some word game fans out there that would also like this, but for me, no. And it seems like all of these multiplayer things are they online, or are they just side by side? Yeah, I think that there's some online multiplayer here. And if you get done with the live act, which is way too hard, even on the easiest thing, you can do combat marathon or typing marathon. Which I imagine typing marathon takes out the part about the combat. And let's see. Let's see what this is. Somebody actually put some effort here. But okay, so in this case, you just type the words as they're going. This is much like typing of the dead, where there's zombies coming towards you. And then Combat Marathon, on the other hand, is just going to be the same thing over and over again with this, where you type in things. And it's got little fake animals. That's interesting. Well, we're 15 minutes over, but this is really just going to be a spotlight. I could not bring myself to play this game. Now, I will say that a tiny part of this is that I do have arthritis in my hands from typing a lot from my previous life before I was a YouTube creator. But even if that wasn't the case, I still wouldn't want to play this game. I'm not that big of a fan of word games, and I'm certainly not a fan of typing. But that's really all you can say either. If you know what it is going in, and it looks interesting to you, it probably will be interesting to you. But don't come in here because you want to learn more Greek mythology. Don't give this to your kids. I would say if you want them to learn typing, because honestly I don't think any kid that should be playing this game would put up with this game unless they, again, liked word games or typing on an almost autistic level, obsessive level. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.